0877777144 na 0676777147. Ofa hii ni kuanzia tarehe 17 2019 hadi tarehe 30 Julai 2019.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2.
Karen, tell us, how has it been going at this year's festival?
Well, the turnout, Vanessa, is amazing as it is.
Thomas, hello.
Nice to be there with you.
What is the purpose of this meeting and who will be in attendance?
Talking about how African countries can stop relying to a large extent on...
We are definitely seeing a lot of deeply political films, either directly treating a political issue or with a political subtext.
Don't miss the live special report between Capital Television and Dashwell Television at 9:30 p.m. In Capital News tonight, Tanzania receives 60 billion shillings in aid from China. Vice President Ruto claims there is a plan to kill him. Speaker Ndugai says the government needs to empower private sectors. Good evening. This is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's get started with the national news. Tanzania has signed a contract and received 60 billion shillings in aid from the government of China without any conditions, with the government of Tanzania determining how it will be used in various development projects for the benefit of the public.
China has agreed to continue good relations with Tanzania in different development issues from industries, infrastructure. In this regard, they have given priority to our new projects, including construction of electricity dams at Luhuji and Lokomari. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of China have commended good work done by the fifth phase government under Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, who he is fighting corruption, intelligence, among others. We have signed an agreement of 60 billion shillings as aid without any conditions, in which I believe that these funds will be used in different activities. We've also signed an agreement between I and the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs from China on conducting feasibility study at Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute in Dar es Salaam, where the government of China will give Tanzania 320 million shillings in turning the institute to be the best cardiac institute in Africa.
Ya moyo pale Dar es Salaam kuwa ndio hospitali ya umahiri wa tiba ya moyo na upasuaji wa moyo, sio katika Afrika Mashariki bali katika bara zima la Afrika.
Some members of parliament have called upon the government to review the policy and markets, as well as to ensure that the industries and sectors which produce raw materials are integrated, as doing so would be an indication that real steps are being taken to strengthen industries.
Mheshimiwa Naibu Spika, kuna umuhimu sana wa kuangalia masoko.
Deputy Speaker, there is need of looking at the issue of markets by improving our domestic markets as well as find international markets. There are major challenges in the livestock sector, especially on leather and milk production. It is time now something needs to be done in order to find out how markets are running in the country so that we can increase our economy.
Mheshimiwa Naibu Spika,
our focus is to build an industrialized country. It is then important for us to build industries that will use raw materials found in Tanzania, like agriculture, livestock, fisheries, and minerals.
unapofunga biashara kwa masaa manne,
When a shop is closed for 4 hours, how much is lost? How many taxes have not been collected? This directive of closing shops on Saturday was issued by the Vice President. However, I would like to advise that the directive to be omitted because they are losing a lot of revenues.
Tuna kitu kinaitwa lending fee.
There are things called landing fee, parking fee, and aviation fee. All of these taxes paid by the company with a total of 900 million to 1 billion shillings per month. If we look at the amount of money collected, is little compared to monthly charges.
As a result of complaints, some top TRA officials as well as some MPs have advised the government to create a process in which it will be demanding of workers to declare their wealth.
I would like to call on the government that people who seek employment at TRA offices should be evaluated if they are patriotic enough in protecting government revenues.
Ni kweli wapo wafanyakazi walokuwa si watiifu.
It is true that there are TRA officers who are not diligent at work. I agree with those who want these people to be evaluated before taking office, where the government should have a dialogue with TRA on how these malpractices can become history in Tanzania.
Sio ya kodi iwaambie kwamba kodi ni swala lazima.
With the number of cholera patients increasing in Dar es Salaam, hundreds of residents of Jangwani have continued to live in a dangerous environment for their health.
Mazingira kwa ufupi ni magumu.
I would like to say that the environment in which we live is hard. This difficult environment has been caused by the flooding which occurred in our area. With regards to how we have been relieving ourselves, I would like to say that each day presents a new struggle where that issue is concerned. Finally, I would like to request the government to examine the bridge which comes from Magomeni to Kilondoni, because that is the cause of the floods which have affected this area.
Yeah.
Regarding cholera, I would like to say that we are continuing to call upon Tanzanians to carry on taking precautionary measures, which include ensuring that their environments are clean and also ensuring that their hands are clean whenever they are eating food.
Kisutu Resident Magistrate Court has restored the bail as well as warned filmed actress Wema Sepetu to ensure that she does not break the conditions of her bail, or else the court will not hesitate to revoke it.
The order was given today by the senior magistrate, Myra Kasonda, when given the ruling on the accused breaking the conditions of her bail. On June 17th, the court ordered that the accused be taken to jail for 7 days so that a ruling could be made after the accused surrendered to court after a warrant for her arrest had been issued after she failed to appear in court and provided no notice. Wema Sepetu, who is a former Miss Tanzania, is being charged with publishing and distributing a pornographic video on social media platforms, Instagram, which is illegal. Magistrate Myra Kasonde has adjourned the case to July 4th, 2019, when the case will begin to be heard.
And the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, has today conducted a sudden inspection visit of the construction going on at the bridge joining Aga Khan and Coco Beach in Dar es Salaam to see the progress of the project.
Actually behind.
Okay.
Yeah, so our plan is 11%.
Yes.
And now 10%.
Yes.
But we lost around
claiming 200 million compensation that they will be paid, and asked them to permit the contract China Railway 15 Bureau Group that is implementing the construction of a small port at Forodhani Ujiji area to continue with construction. Payment procedures are ongoing.
I would like to thank you for being patient, and I shall continue promising you that one for your permission to allow the contractor to continue with his job. I know from the history of people living in Ujiji, Kigoma, is good listeners of our leaders. Let us stop intervening government work. We have already assured you that you will be paid. You have already intervened the exercise for 5 days. I don't think if you know how much loss is incurred. 2 years ago, we went to speak with the regional commissioner that there were complaints on other projects that people were not compensated the amount of money they deserve, while the project has already been constructed. We don't want to go through the same experience. That is why we need assurance that is real before we get ourselves fooled.
The National Chiefs Association has asked the government of the United Republic of Tanzania to create laws that will give them authority to oversee Tanzanian culture, traditions and norms, which seem to have been forgotten within the society, leading to a deterioration of morals that has been contributed to by globalization.
I would like to say that we ourselves are supervising many projects. We have been unable to work because there are no laws which support us. Therefore, in light of this, my people and I would like to ask him and the government to listen to our lament which we have been making for the past 6 to 7 years or so. I would like to say that the visit of the chiefs to this place has made us happy because, let us remember, these are the chiefs who are coming from various tribes of the country. First, the chiefs that came here all came to see the cultural tourism exhibition which took place here in Mwanza. I would like to add that the fact that the chiefs came here will help to boost not only domestic tourism but cultural tourism as well.
Residents of Mkiu and Japeka villages in Kuranga Coast region living on roadside areas have complained of lack of rare electricity services for a long time, despite completion of electricity infrastructure, with the transformer set up only one day before the Deputy Minister arrived in their village to switch on electricity.
In Kingunguli and Mjawa and other areas, it is true that it is in my constituency, but how can you leave the veranda? Even when we built a house, we started painting the veranda. It is a shame when leaders come here and see the infrastructure of high electricity passing, but there is no electricity. This is the reception that they get. The transformer has been put, but there has not been any information yet. However, yesterday we received the call that we should inform the citizens that the Deputy Minister is coming. Mr. Deputy Minister, as we explained earlier, the Lukanga ward has 7 villages and 34 neighborhoods amongst all the neighborhoods. Out of all of those neighborhoods, this is the first one.
Cotton farmers in Kishapu district, Shinyanga region have complained of the emergence of hunger following a lack of markets for their harvested cotton, thus leading to them having no funds to purchase food. They've also asked the government to intervene as there have been emerging of fraudulent people that use this opportunity to purchase their cotton at very low prices.
Up to now, we have cotton in our houses, and we don't have enough power to secure the cotton. We highly depend on cotton for our income. We have students that need to go to school. I don't have any other source of income other than cotton, and I need to sell the cotton because I have no food. Honestly, the buyers have not come to buy cotton. We had entered into contracts a long time ago with 5 companies, but I am sad to say that up to now they have not come to buy cotton. We are human beings. In every family there are challenges. But if cotton buyers have not started buying, then they should wait. They should stop saying the excuse that there are problems which they have. Who doesn't have a problem? These are hard times because we are human beings. We are finding other ways of solving the problems that we have.
That's all for national news. International news is next. In international news, with opposition to the 2020 inheritance politics ongoing in Kenya, 4 ministers have gone before the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI headquarters, to respond to allegations that had a plot to kill Vice President William Ruto.
They have confirmed to us that They confirmed that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya made a telephone call to Directorate of Criminal Investigations and complained about some government ministers and top government officials who have been meeting, and they did so on May 14th to plan on his assassination. These are serious allegations, especially coming from someone of his stature. Yes, we did meet, but it was about fast-tracking development programs in Kenya.
Police in the armed forces in Congo have caught 4 people who attacked doctors combating Ebola, and 4 others have been injured in Beni, east of the DRC, claiming that their families are being killed without even having the Ebola virus.
It is wrong for the youth to carry out an act such as this. If there is something they are not happy about, then it is better if they speak to the relevant authorities. It is not right to set property on fire. What is there to be gained? I know there is Ebola, but if they have any concerns, then they must follow the right procedures. We are not happy about this. This only causes more problems. It is possible that he could have died from Ebola or not.
The suspected ringleader of Saturday's failed coup attempt in Ethiopia's Amhara region has been shot dead by police, and this was reported by the state media.
Asaminu Stage was killed on the outskirts of Amhara's capital Bahir Dar. Ethiopia's Army Chief General Sier Mokonnen was killed while trying to foil the coup, the government have said. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has urged Ethiopians to unite against evil forces set on dividing the country. Flags are flying at half-mast after he declared a day of mourning to mark the death of loyalists.
We end there with international news, but after this break, we'll be back with business.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. The Tanzanian ambassador to Kenya, Dr. Pili Chana, has said that despite 45% of Tanzanian business being conducted within East Africa, there is still a large market for various businesses in Kenya. Thus, it is best that entrepreneurs take advantage of this opportunity.
We trade in these two countries. 45% of market share in the East African community is between Tanzania and Kenya. At the moment, Tanzania has industries or Kenyan companies not less than 500.
Na viwanda visivyopungua au mashirika ya Kenya yasiyopungua 500.
Weka vifaa vyao walivyotengeneza.
To exhibit their products on the Saba exhibition, it is important that we prepare them through training on the type of products they produce and whether the products are of the required standard.
Kimataifa
kupitia ubalozi wa Kenya.
Through our ambassador in Kenya, Honorable Pindi Chana, we've spoken with him so women traders can enter the East African market with ease.
Afrika Mashariki kwa urahisi, yeye akiwa kama mhamasishaji wetu.
Farmers in Mbinga district, Ruvuma region have complained on their coffee grades being dropped due to various reasons, including lack of seriousness by leaders of cooperative unions and high-grade coffee being mixed in with low-grade coffee. Of Employment, Youth and People with Disabilities, Anthony Mavunde, has urged local investors to take advantage of the market's opportunities for plastic bags, which is significant.
Utengenezaji wa mifuko ambayo imeruhusiwa kwa mujibu wa sheria.
That's all for business news. Sports news comes next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. He did lose to Lynn.
And in sports, the Speaker of the United Republic of Tanzania, Job Ndugai, said that the government needs to empower private sectors for the development of talented soccer players who can represent the country in international competitions.
There's a greater need to invest in sports, especially soccer, so that we can perform better, not only in the African Cup, but also the World Cup.
22 candidates have taken forms contesting for different positions in the Tanzania Shotokan Karate Association elections, which are scheduled to take place on July the 27th.
Na ukiangalia sasa paka hivi sasa,
currently people have taken forms for every post, but posts with more competition is members' posts. Also, in the position of chairman, 4 people have come forward.
Ndio watu wengi sana ambao wameweza kujitokeza.
Ivory Coast has defeated South Africa by 1-0 in their opening Africa Cup of Nations encounter in Egypt. Here is more on this report.
The only goal of the game came in the 65th minute through Jonathan Kodija, who passed the ball through the Bafana goalie, connecting a good pass from Gradiel. Bafana tried to equalize in remaining minutes, but most of their efforts went wide. Ivory Coast now lead Group D with 3 points, the same as Morocco, who also defeated Namibia by 1-0.
Leading the Formula One World Championship with another easy win from the front at the French Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton criticized Formula One, the FIA and the sports teams as being responsible for the lack of competition in the racing, accusing them of repeatedly making mistakes.
Hamilton was adamant that if Formula One is to improve, the drivers need to be more involved in composing new regulations for the 2021 season. Hamilton led every lap of the race at circuit Paul Ricard and was not challenged either by his teammate Valtteri Bottas, who was second, or Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, who was third. Hamilton has now won 6 of the 8 Grand Prix this season, and his Mercedes team remain unbeaten. Mercedes have won the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships every year since 2014.
Rafael Benitez will leave Newcastle when his contract expires on Sunday, the club has announced. Here is more.
Newcastle said in a statement it was with disappointment that we announced manager Rafael Benitez will leave Newcastle United upon the expiry of his contract on June 30th, 2019. Benitez wanted greater control of Newcastle's recruitment process, including the freedom to sign the players he wanted, regardless of their age or potential resale value. The Spaniard has been linked with a possible move to the Far East, with the Chinese club Dalian Niafang reported to have offered him a contract worth £12 million a year. But he has made it clear in the recent past that he sees his future in Europe and ideally in the Premier League.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good start to the week.